Democrats say the president is goading them to impeach him. Is he?
That's absurd. The president's focused on actually doing his job. It'd be nice if some of the Democrats showed up to do theirs. We have a lot of big problems that we need to deal with. We have a humanitarian and national security crisis at our border. We have infrastructure that needs to be dealt with. We have the largest trade deal in the history of our country sitting on their desk waiting to go through Congress that would benefit farmers, manufacturers, unions, and they refuse to actually do any of those things. At some point they have to make a decision, Kristen. If they're going to do their jobs, they're going to show up and they're going to legislate, or they're going to continue to spend all their time on these ridiculous investigations.
Sarah, does the president see impeachment as something that would embolden him politically heading into 2020?
There's no basis for it. It's absurd on its face. That's why there's no support for it out in the country. The numbers have shown in poll after poll that there's not support for it. That's because there's no basis for it. The president has done an incredible job in his first 2.5 years. Our economy's booming. We're better now than we were before he took office on a number of fronts, as well as the fact that the Mueller report, they spent 2 years investigating hours, millions and millions of dollars in taxpayer money to determine that there was no wrongdoing. It's time for the Democrats to accept that result. We're having a meeting with farmers this afternoon. We'll make some further determinations from that point. We want to make sure that the farmers are being protected as we go through the process of negotiating new trade deals. It would help if Democrats would actually get USMCA passed, something that would greatly benefit our farmers instead of sitting on it and just trying to slow roll it because they refuse to give this president a win.
What are the expectations today?
Sorry?
The infrastructure meeting, what are the expectations today?
I think that's a question you probably need to ask the Democrats. We sent a letter yesterday outlining what we'd like to see, but the president also made clear in that we have to get USMCA done. We need to get that completed so that we can turn our attention fully to things like infrastructure. But we also need Democrats to decide what infrastructure means to them. It can't mean everything that exists. Infrastructure has to be defined. We need to know what their priorities are and what they want to see done. Whether it's going to really be about rebuilding our crumbling roads and bridges, whether it's about expanding broadband, or whether it's some of these crazy Green New Deal proposals. They have fighting within their own party. They don't even know what infrastructure means to them, so we need to see those things defined before we can put a price tag on it and figure out how to pay for it.
There a confidential IRS legal memo says the president's tax returns must be turned over unless executive privilege is invoked. Your reaction to that, will he invoke executive privilege? And
I think the Treasury Department and the White House have been clear in our position on the president's tax returns hasn't changed.
It doesn't match the basis. It acknowledges that.
Sorry, go ahead. Look, as the president has stated, he's not looking to go to war with Iran. We'd like to see them change their behavior. We would like the decades worth of bad practices that they regularly engage in to stop. We know that the maximum pressure campaign is working. You can see that by the crumbling economy that they have, and we'll see what happens from there. We're going to keep all of our options on the table.